What if I told you? You are not working 8 hours a day because humans decided it was optimal, but because a car company needed you to be too tired to think after work? Every morning, millions of people wake up, commute, sit under artificial lights, work, commute back, and repeat. But here's the strange part. This system was never designed for human happiness. It was designed for efficiency, control, and consumption. And it all traces back to one of the most misunderstood industrial revolutions in history. This is the story of the 9-to-5 glitch, and how a simple work schedule reshaped the entire modern world. To understand this system, we need to go back before factories ruled life. For most of human history, people didn't work like we do today. Farmers worked with the sun. Artisans worked when orders came in. Rest was not a reward, it was part of life. Even during early industrialization, factory work wasn't standardized. Some workers did long shifts. Others worked broken schedules depending on demand. There was no global work formula. Then came industrial America. Machines started running 24/7. Factory owners needed consistency, predictability, control. But workers were still human. They got tired. They resisted. They left. So the system needed to change, not to help workers, but to stabilize production. The idea of structured working hours didn't originally come from Henry Ford. It actually came from labor movements in the 19th century. Workers demanded 8 hours labor, 8 hours rest, 8 hours life. It was a protest against brutal 12 to 16-hour factory shifts. But here's where things changed. Industrialists realized something interesting. A tired worker is predictable. A tired worker doesn't question systems. A tired worker goes home, eats, sleeps, and comes back. So slowly, companies began adopting structured shifts, not out of kindness, but control and optimization. And then came a man who changed everything. Henry Ford. Henry Ford didn't invent the 8-hour day, but he perfected its economic power. In 1914, Ford shocked the industrial world. He cut the workday from 9 hours to 8. And doubled wages. Everyone thought he was insane. Why would a company pay more for less time? But Ford understood something deeper than most people realized. A tired worker is not just less productive. They are also less able to participate in the economy. So he created a loop. Work, earn money, buy products, come back to work. And here's the hidden genius. Ford wasn't just building cars. He was building customers. If his workers could afford cars, they would also need roads, fuel, insurance, and maintenance. The system started feeding itself. As Ford's model spread, something unexpected happened. Other industries copied it. Factories, offices, governments. The 9-to-5 became the global default. But the original logic slowly disappeared. What remained was structure without questioning. People began organizing their entire lives around work hours. Wake up early. Commute during peak stress hours. Work under artificial lighting. Return home exhausted. Repeat. And here's where the glitch begins. Because the system no longer optimizes for production alone. It also optimizes for predictability of human behavior, controlled spending habits, reduced resistance to authority, and most importantly, time compression. The less free time people have, the more they rely on convenience. And convenience always comes with a price. Look at modern life carefully. After work, most people are too tired to cook properly, exercise consistently, learn new skills deeply, or question long-term direction. So instead, we consume fast food, entertainment, social media, subscriptions, instant services. The system didn't fail. It evolved. And the most interesting part? You cannot easily escape it without financial risk. Because everything is built around it. Rent cycles, salaries, education schedules, banking hours, transport systems, Even rebellion requires free time. And free time is the one thing this system restricts most efficiently. So is the 9 to 5 a trap? Not exactly. It is a structure. A structure that built the modern world. Skyscrapers. Infrastructure. Global trade. Mass production. But it also created a side effect. A life where time is traded instead of lived. And that raises a difficult question. If the system was designed for industrial efficiency, is it still the best system for human potential in a digital world? Or are we still running a schedule designed for factories that no longer define our future? Maybe the 9 to 5 isn't a glitch in the system. Maybe it is the system. And maybe the real question is not how it started, but why it still defines almost every day of your life. Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. If this changed how you look at your daily routine, you might want to watch the next story. Because this wasn't the only system designed in plain sight. And most of them are still running today.